kind of stuck with me was, kind of make sure to sniff out, jump like full hop out of shield. Like you can get that. Your up air at certain percentages will also put them into tumble or nair. Depending if they're on higher percent or not. Wave dash back and down tilt, wave dash back, down smash, wave dash back, grab, and the actual thing that I've implemented today that I played a little bit before we came on was dash attack is gonna beat like short hop nair if you feel like they're gonna go for it. And I found that has gotten me out of a lot of trouble where I'm like watching. I was like, wait, I'm sitting on it, dash dancing in the corner, and if I see it, I go. And if I think they're gonna drill, I'll try to wave dash back if I have the space. So I'm trying to like kind of work that. Arbata kind of said I wouldn't really pull a ton of turnips in neutral because you lose access to down smash and other things, with a turnip in hand. And I've kind of felt that way a lot in the Fox matchup. So I was kind of glad that he said it, and I was like, and I feel a lot better. It's like, you want to use turnips to edge guard, cover, you cover ledge with the turnip, and then you yourself cover platform or whatever. So those are things that helped. I did beat 2 foxes today. 2 foxes that were higher elo than me today on ranked, so that felt good. And 1 Falco player that counterpicked me as Fox,
nice.
And I won. That felt good too.
Have you ever
Any
seen
taunted...
this match?
Huh?
Have you ever seen this match like this?
Our Discord's doing that weird thing where it just shows the loading screen.
Sure. Let me like.
Maybe I don't know why it does that. Why are people so mean? Why are people so mean when they play melee? Why can't we just hoop? Why are people being mean and toxic? I was like, we're playing ranked. What's going on? Why are people like that?
I definitely taunted a Pikachu player who was camping in the corner like 6 times in like 2 games. So like,
that's fine. If you're playing like that, I get it. But I didn't do anything. I was like,
can you see this game? Can you see what's going on though?
I cannot see anything right now.
Okay, let me just close the call and. Actually, you know what? Here's an idea. So stop streaming, and then I will go to screen. No, applications. Can you see it when I do it like this?
No.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know why this always happens with us.
Is
it just a me thing?
Well, possibly. Let me try dropping the call, and I'll reconnect real quick. Okay, so let's try this. It might be like the quality on my end. Let me try lowering the resolution a bit. That seems okay.
It'll always eventually work, but usually we have to go through some hoops.
Yeah, so I've lowered the resolution. Does it show up now, or is it still a spin?
No, it just shows like your like avatar with like a pink screen, lavender lilac.
Oh, can you like select it and then?
Oh, okay, yeah. Here we go. Watch stream.
Okay,
there we go. I see it now.
Okay, cool. So, have you seen this match before between?
Yes.
Okay, because this is a classic. Yeah, like this to me is like, so one of the things that I would say is like his knowledge of to like pull the turnip here is really is like something special. Because do you know why this turnip pull works? Like when you look.
What are you gonna say?
Like when you see that turnip pull, why do you think that works?
So as soon as he pulled it, I was like, okay, well, like you can cover ledge and you can kind of jump to cover that high recovery while the turnip covers illusion to ledge. But he did it better.
Well, but you have the right idea. So the thing that people get wrong with like pulling turnips versus like Fox's recovery is that if Fox has already started his up B, your turnip, you cannot pull the turnip. It doesn't do anything anymore. You need to have the turnip in your hand when he is starting his up B, because that is really realistic. Like before, you have to have the turnip in his hand, in your hand, realistically before he started his up B startup. Because if you don't have the turnip in your hand before then, you cannot throw it at him and hit him out of it. Which means that having the turnip is actually a liability. Because if he up B's into a non-stitch face, non-bomb turnip, he's just going to go through it. So, like if you don't pull the sword, the beam, like the sword, the stitch, or the bomb, he just flies through the turnip anyway. So the turnip doesn't actually help your coverage. So that's another like really important thing I'd say with edge guarding Fox that people really don't that Armada was really good about, and like a lot of people really don't appreciate. Not saying you don't, but like I'm saying that like a lot of like
Oh yeah, for sure.
well, yeah, like a lot of Peach guides, they don't even talk about this.
I didn't even think about that. Like, and I feel it sometimes. I'm like, oh, I was late on that turnip pull, but I never thought of it like in those terms of like you gotta have it in your hand when he starts up being.
Yeah, like before he commits to the up B, if the turnip is not in your hands, you can't like if you are pulling the turnip at the time that he is up being, like at the time he is starting his up B, or even if you're finishing the turnip pull around the time he's starting the up B, you did not like unless he's really close or something, like you just did not have the time for that turnip pull. This is, I think, like one of the best things about Armada. Like, man, does he do a good job of controlling the corner when he's got somebody pinned? So like, look at how he doesn't even bother like trying to like do anything else with this corner trap. He's just like, there's no, because it makes so little sense for like Mango to do anything else. Like, why do you what do you think the calculation is on this up air, like with this situation that they find themselves in?
He's trying to cover that full hop to plat, and I mean he's at low percent and he's not tumbled, so just kind of get a hit and try to get out of the corner.
Well, so
I mean, I guess.
So I would say that the fact that Mango doesn't get put into tumble explains why Armada like positions himself the way he does, with like landing conservatively here, because he could have landed more aggressively. Like there are combos that he could go for off of this up air that can almost work at this low percentage, but they're all kind of dangerous. Like what he'd have to do is he'd have to like time the up air a little later than fast fall it. Or like float it and fast fall it, and then what he could do is he could combo that into down smash or grab. But then that means that he's not hitting as soon, like as early in the jump, so Mango has counterplay. So instead what he does is he lands over here, because that's a safe thing to do. Like that's like the best way that he can like kind of like have his hit without like overextending. So then what happens here, but that just explains why Armada does the up air the way he does. What I'm more interested in is why do you think it makes sense for Mango to go for this full hop at all?
I don't. I would think Shine Out a Shield would have been better here, but
Shine Out a Shield doesn't hit Armada. Look at how far he
wouldn't
is.
it? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, escaping the corner, but I feel like full hopping, in a corner at a shield against Peach is a little bit scary as a spacey.
Yeah, I agree. What happens if Mango holds shield though? What is he risking there?
You're gonna get grabbed.
Grabbed or aerial into down smash pressure?
Yeah.
So aerial into down smash, especially when you're this close to the ledge and you can get pushed off and sucked into the multi-hit, that's pretty scary. Because that's also threatens like a ton of immediate damage, and with the deficit, like Mango just can't afford to get hit because of the percents, can he? Right? Like for Mango's priority, if he wants to win this game or just not get like obliterated, he needs to figure out a way to like not take it, how to stop the bleeding. So going up here actually makes a lot of sense to me, because it's like the immediate threat is grab into big combo. Or, if not grab into big combo, pressure string. And full hop kind of addresses both of those, doesn't it?
Yeah, you just want to get out. You want to get out of the situation and reset neutral as quickly as possible.
Exactly. And trying to fight through out of shield into Peach's pressure tools doesn't really accomplish this. Like, imagine if Mango had tried to, like, jump out aggressively or wave dash into Armada aggressively, and Armada just down smashed him, right? Like, that's curtains. So he knows that he can't go for this, which is why he goes for this full hop, but that's why Armada is covering it. So Armada is a step ahead of him on this. That's why that play works. So the reason I'm pointing out this one, aside from it just being like one of my favorite combos of all time, it's kind of one of those moments where I think that we can take a lot of insight, I guess, from why they make these kinds of decisions. It's not like the most sophisticated decision. Like, it's really just being one step ahead of somebody in the mix-up tree. But, like, that there is a lot of power in being one step ahead of someone in the mix-up tree, because it allows you to like control space. It allows you to like go for like those kinds of like big payoff moves, and Peach needs those in order to keep up with like Fox's superior game plan. Like if we think about God, where is it? It's Evo. Evo was the last time these two played, right?
The final, yeah.
Yeah.
They might have played at SmashCon, but I don't remember.
Armada, Peach, Evo. Do they seriously not have it on here? I'm so sad. Let's try Armada.
Was that 2018?
Comeback. I think it would have been 2018. Gommel winner final. It's so... here we go. Like, to me, what's really, like, to me, Armada's biggest weakness as he kind of, like, as he kind of, like, stopped was that he didn't take enough risks in general. But, like, even with that in mind, we can see, like, from how he's playing, because I think he played this spectacularly well, especially given, like, with how these two's, their sets were going. Like, we can already see, like, some of the stuff that he talks about in his guide, because he talks about, like, the shield mix-up, right? You dash attack versus grab, like that's basically what's going on here with this grab here. Yeah, it's just he was a very like there's so much textbook in what he's doing here, and I can't think of many Peaches that like consistently finish that combo there and get that kill on Leffen. Like, granted, defense has gotten better, but like at the same time, like, also, like, the DI on that, like, knowing to DI on this jab, you see what I mean? Like, he can't be up smashed.
He's ready.
Yeah, like, if Leffen goes for that up smash, goes for, like, dash, jump, cancel, up smash, he's actionable. He gets out of the way there. I think that we kind of need to accept Peach's neutral is not going to be as strong as Fox's. Ever. But what we can say is that she's got a very deep, like, micro game, and I think that these kinds of spots, like, look at how he gets this down smash. It's so simple, but, like, just not allowing Leffen to, like, not running into Leffen's option here because he doesn't overreact to the lasers and chase him, because that's really what Leffen's doing here, right? Like, Leffen is expecting him to come forward more, and as a result, and because Armada is like willing to like wave dash back, use his crouch, because this crouch is super key, because this also means that like if Leffen comes forward with jabs, if Leffen comes forward with nair, if Leffen comes forward with up smash, he doesn't die. Like, he'll get launched, but he doesn't straight up die. Like, these kinds of plays are really like the key to what made his style so successful. And then he just didn't bite very often. I think that there's a lot of how often would you say that you use those kinds of setups where you just kind of like pull, like, wave dash back, crouch, and then like react, like you wave dash back into good spacing, crouch, and then react, and kind of like just see what happens?
That's another thing I've been trying to do more, because I feel like I mostly either kind of stay back or I hold forward too often, and I don't really kind of do those kinds of setups. So it's something that I've been since this morning, since I kind of watched this video. I was like, okay, let me try to do that more.
Nice. Okay, so that, and I think that what you'll find by implementing those kinds of movements into your game, you won't have to do as much with as many fast things like with float cancels and stuff, which I think will naturally like alleviate the need for you to be so quick all the time, which will make it easier on your hands to do their job, but also kind of like add the glue that holds those setups together. Because I think one of the things that you're probably noticing is that when you're playing really well and everything's going your way, it's really easy for you to just keep having things going your way. But when you fight people that are like, that disrupt you, it feels like you're doing all these things that are really difficult and high execution, and you're probably like, does any of this sound like your play experience at all?
No, I actually, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So this is where slowing it down and going first thing, because one of the nice things about this setup is think about how easy this has got to be on his hands, right?
Yeah.
Like, he moved back and he held down. Like, it's just
he stick down.
he moved back, like, so he did dash forward, wave dash back, then held down, and then when he confirmed that Leffen had missed his counter hit, he then down smashed him. So it's like, it's very slow, it's very methodical gameplay, but what that means is that he's not having to go at like top speed all the time. So there's like a break in the action almost. Yeah, because like being able to go at those different speeds is really important to Peach. Like, look at how much. I know that we're Ryobeat fans here, but like, look at how much, like, how little he has to do by comparison to get to put Leffen into bad spots. Like, I know that this is like Leffen still wins the interaction, but look at how like he gets him into the corner here anyway. Like, to me, there's something so special about how he does that. Because he, like, even when Leffen has advantage state, he's still trying to compete with him and flip the situation on him in subtle ways. And if Leffen, like, messes up the timing on any of these things, or if Armada gets a good timing read on any of it, like, that's all it takes. Like, knowing to that he's going to get out of the combo here, so he goes for the block string afterwards, instead of, like, going for the direct punish, like, this is all basically what made Armada special. And look at how he does that recovery. Like, the fact,
good.
Like, he double jumps, gets into the height for the float, and then gets the counter hit. That's so, like, that is so money. These are the types of things that I think that you could really benefit from. So I think that if you're already kind of like watching Armada for inspiration and seeing him, like, some of the good things that he's doing, I think that this is a very reasonable direction to pursue, and it makes a lot of sense for us not to do it in ranked, where it's going to be really punishing when we get things wrong. How would you feel about playing some unranked, and then we can kind of assess it from there?
Yeah, I would love to. Let's do it.
Amazing. So let me get you my code, and we'll go from there. Yeah. I was playing a bit of rank 2. I lost to I finished my placement matches, and I went 4-1, so I'm now in silver 3, but I'm gonna start like grinding again soon. I lost to a diamond 1. The only person I lost to was a diamond 1 Falco who finished in master 2, I think, last season, and I was like, I feel like this is better than silver 3, but like, it's fine. Like,
yeah, what what's going on?
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, this season is crazy. Like, it's I don't know what's going on.
Probably because of the like the kind of open access. There's like a lot more people, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kind of. I don't know if it changes the way that the elo works. Can you see? Are we good?
I'm just adjusting. I'm just toggling the playback settings real quick, just to make sure that my ears don't explode. But I think that we are good. Let me just quickly close this, refresh. You're still here. Watch. Okay, we should be good. We should be good.
All right, let's go.
So you're getting a feel for combo game, patient, like combo game, slowing the game down, recovery, and just kind of like you like understanding where things fit together, like the role of turnips and things like that in different matchups. That seems to be where like the focus has been, basically.
Yeah, and really mixing up my timing, because I feel like I'm a little predictable with how I kind of like choose to attack, and I'm trying to like give myself like some offbeat movement and moves or whatever.
She goes above you when you do the turnips and stuff. Just be prepared to like up air more. Like when you've been throwing the turnips, you're like naring and daring when she goes above you, but she's like keeps jumping around you because that's what she kind of does. So I would just be prepared to go for more up air when she's like jumping around you. It's okay to just like short hop aerials too, or like full hop them too. You don't have to like commit to like the floats, because you can't rising aerial effectively when you float. That's the thing. So that's another place where you can have like more timing mix-ups.
I DI that back. How should I be DIing like?
Oh, the up tilt?
No, the down throw.
Oh, I think that the back is correct. And then I think that what you do... So back is correct for the first 20 damage, and then after that it's just away. Away, and then like if they forward tilt, you hold away, and if they forward air, then you hold in. Like up and in. But yeah, like, if you just hold away the entire time, that's also fine, generally. She can technically chain grab you from, like, 0 to 25 if you just hold away. But, like, yeah, you can get that escape if you're willing to do that one. With Sheik, because of her crouch, just, like, after the jabs, like, if she lands on the ground, just, like, just down smash. Most of the time. Down smash or down tilt.
My grab's getting crouched.
Yeah. That's okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, we just messed up there. That's okay. Against this person, let's use... If we're gonna land with aerials, don't be afraid to just, like, land with aerials drifting away from him. You don't have to always use your float cancel.
You can either dreamland or going back.
Sure. Let's go. I would say let's go back. Oh, this is ranked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We're on, like, this is where we are? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. Good attempt. I like that you grab the edge after the back throw. We just need to get you, like, not acting like when she's not in range so much. Yeah, okay. Remember, she's on the ground, like, trying to press in with, like, float cancels is really hard when she's on the ground. We want to stay mobile, so we just use our ground movement and dash attack and, like, grab and stuff. Grab, down, like, it's okay to go around her, like, tilts, but we don't want to, like, if we're floating on the ground, we can't really do that.
I don't know what to do when, like, she's on the platform like that and, like, doing those, like, that needle throw. Like, it's always, like, really scary to go in.
Oh, you have to run under it while she's going up. Or you can pull the turnip and throw it over her, like, at her head. Yeah, like that, exactly. So you see how you just, like, ran under the triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's one solution. The other solution is you can go over the triangle, because you have a projectile that does so. And the ability to fly. She's just running away from us. We don't have to, like, chase her. She's just using her shield. She's using her shield after everything now because, like, your attacks were, like, farming her. So now we just, like... Yeah, exactly. We use our grab more. Grab or pressure aerials after she misses. Now she's running away more, so we have to, like, exactly... A little bit of movement.
Every time I drop that turnip, I'm really trying to, like, Z drop, and
So that means you're probably still holding a button, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm just going too fast.
Yep. Yeah, this person is just baiting. Like, this person is basically just baiting us and like making it like they're just baiting us into a like a unforced error and then punishing us. So let's play some unranked and get some of these things down because we need to smooth out some of our like character control and implement some of like the slower like some of the moments where we slow down and don't kind of bite into Sheik's baiting game before we can really keep up with that. Falco's a good person for us to fight this against for this. Easy fire. So why are we going for jabs after these aerials? Because you don't. A lot of times you've hit him and like the jab just lags you. And
I don't know. It's like a bad habit.
Okay, so maybe that can be something we do. Like, let's try not to jab after our aerials. Let's see if we can find other things to do. I'm thinking down smash makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking that running after him or, like, staying mobile makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking that jumping again for another aerial makes a lot of sense. Dash attack, like, any of those things I think sound like they would be really good. And pulling turnip. Like, pulling turnip after we hit him away. See, if we had jabbed there, like when we went through him, his back here would have gotten us. So, like, by dashing away, we, like, forced him to get another interaction to get us. It doesn't sound like much, but, like, that extra interaction is huge. By not jabbing, we were able to do that. Like, we didn't get the kill, but, like, we got an edge guard that we absolutely could have worked with. Like, it's small, but these things add up. I like that there was the attempt there. See, like, when we take that habit out, like, you're so much more active. You're so much more able to be mobile.
I guess it's because jab is, like, obviously, like, her fastest, like, option, and
it feels good, like, and it is good when it is good. It's just that, like, it isn't always good. Sometimes, like, jab is really strong in that type of situation where we have them, like, pinned in a scrap, and we want to keep them somewhere, or, like, lock them down. That jab makes tons of sense there, but a lot of times we're hitting them and they're flying away from us. Okay, good call out by him. Ah, okay, so on those ones, you know how to go off and kill him, right?
Yeah, which is what I should have done.
We should, yeah. That I think is something worth us like trying to do more. Good, Fox player. This is one of the ones that we were having trouble with. Instead of going for that grab, try to go for like low float cancel nair sometimes to just like while it, like moving forward. To try to just, like, see if... Because it covers him shielding, and it also covers him kind of, like, being in place. Try to keep, like, hold forward when you jump, though. So that you go forward with momentum. That. Remember that back air is very slow and does not cover them if they just back air back at you. So if you want to get that gimp after the down smash when they turn around, when you send them off like facing away from you, you have to dash attack or forward smash. Like, you have to use moves with, like, higher disjoints than your aerials that come out faster. It's like either disjoint or comes out faster. Back air doesn't really, like, do that after the down smash, for the down smash gimps. Unless they already go low. It's a complicated, like, edgeguard system, but, like... Yeah, basically the aggressive options are checked by, like, dash attack and forward smash. Usually dash attack.
Off the back door, you're saying, like...
Like, after down smash. Like, when you down smash them off and pull them behind you, they go off facing off stage, right? Like, they're not facing towards the stage, so they can back air as, like, a recovery option. So, you have to be playing to beat back airs in those spots. Like, when you down smash somebody off, you have to play to beat back air. Because that's how they can come back. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense, actually.
Yeah, and like your back air is not good versus other back airs. Your back air is good versus a lot of other moves. It's just not usually like what you do when somebody's back airing. It's dash attack, it's forward smash, it's down tilt. That kind of stuff. When you float cancel forward, do you hold forward when you jump?
Sometimes.
Okay. We need to do that more. Like, you're cutting your speed too much by, like, not going forward with your low float cancels.
And I feel sometimes when I do that, like, fair comes out.
Then, so, it's, you have the button held while you're jumping, but once you get into the float, then you release the button, because you've already built momentum. So basically, like, you do, like, what you're doing is good. Like, if the fair comes out, that means that you're just a little too,
Oh no!
Never mind!
I thought, I was like, don't back here, don't back here! I tried to dash attack when I ran off stage. I ran out of stage.
Dash dance, dash attack. Because you're trying to get them to miss above you, and then you dash attack them before they hit the ground. It's okay, we'll play this guy more. This guy's a good level for us, I think, because he's like, I think he's very beatable, but he's also not free. So this is a good level. Cool. So he's.
I was like, because I wanted a back air, and I'm like, don't back air.
Don't back air. Think go dash dance, and react. Like after the down smash. It's really just low % down smash. So it's like, it's like back air. Like you do the back air if they're like close to you after. That was a really good nair. That was partial forward, so that was good. Like you probably had it held for like lightly or like during the end of it. I'm not sure how boxes register into it, but love this, love this. Oh, I would have up aired. Oh, that was dirty. Let's go. Yeah, I can see the improvements in your combo game. Like these are links that I wouldn't always see. Did we just cut out?
He quit out.
Okay, cool. I wondered if that was my internet for a second, but whatever. Cool. Oh, this guy's good. Oh, he didn't down air? Fool! Could have had that kill. We could have definitely converted that, but that's okay. This guy is kind of like this guy is also a good level, I think. He passes like the test so far. Love that grab. What is that dash attack covering?
Illusion.
Ah. Couldn't we just, like, float cancel Nair, though?
Yeah, but I find that sometimes the hitbox is a little more lasting, so it's sometimes a little easier when I'm, like, in a scramble.
We need more confidence in our float cancels, then, because, like, his illusion takes 20 frames before he's even moving. And you have time to get a, like... I know Peach is slow, but like you have enough time to get like your short hop nair takes I think 9, so you don't even necessarily need the float cancel. Like I would say short hop nair is even still a better way to cover illusions than dash attack because he can't go like if you're wrong about short hop nair, you can still get him like with when he goes over you because you're not in as much cooldown. But once you commit to dash attack, like you're kind of stuck, you know?
Yeah, and then. Get behind me or
yeah, he just has more ways of like dealing with it. And that's okay. Because we have other options. Dash attack is sometimes still, like, fine. It's just, when it's fine, it's usually pretty obvious. Yeah. So that was a situation where we could have, like, confirmed that he was too far and hogged him.
Yes. That's actually something that I need to get better at against Spaceys.
Yeah. Well, if you want, I can call out when he's too far.
Yeah.
Remember, if you run in crouch or wave dash and crouch, you can do all of your ground moves when he misses. You don't have to go for like float aerial. You can down smash him and stuff.
A little scared against Falco because of all the lasers, so he's not like lasering too much.
Why are the lasers scary? They do 3 damage.
And I can't move.
Yeah, but like we don't always have to move. That's one of the perks of being Peach. Like, Peach has powerful moves from a standing position. She doesn't have to move all the time. It's like one of the best things about her. If not the best thing about her. Let's play this guy again. We got this. Let's get him, like, hopefully we get him on not his counter pick. See, if we had nared there, we get him. He just dies. Later, potato.
I feel like my, did he quit out? I think he quit out.
This guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't about it. Talk to me. You were saying the thing
I
about...
feel like my edge guarding against Falco in particular has gotten a lot better since I started. I feel pretty good about it.
Oh, maybe this was the guy that beat us. Maybe that's why he taunted.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I like that you knew to go for the dash attack. Down smash, when they land behind you like that in the corner, just down smash, because it can suck them into the multi-hit after the dash attack. Like, it's just very good. Just trust me on that.
When they land behind me?
Yeah, like when you dash attack and they land behind you, but they're not knocked over, down smash is very, very good. Nice. Nice. Throw return it. Grab edge. Very good. Down tilt.
Oh no.
Because you can down tilt into aerial.
Oh yeah, I would have down smashed or nared, but that makes more sense.
Like you could have nared. Nair is also good. The advantage to nair is they don't get as much trajectory. Like they don't go as high, so they don't have as much height to work with for their recovery. But down tilt is good because you do another 12 damage. It just depends really. Like it just neither option is bad. Like both options are good basically. I would say the nair is usually right. I just thought it was fine with the percent they were at.
No, and I want to do that because it's cool, and I want to be cool because melee's cool.
Melee is cool, and honestly, down tilt into fair is like sick. Down tilt into fair and air is sick. So
I love that.
The other nice thing about it is that like at 100 you can just down tilt up air, and like I think it kills her off the top anyhow. See, like I can tell that in the past you wouldn't have gone for that.
Oh. I feel like I tech in a lot, so I gotta be better about that.
Remember, Sheik's tilts come out on like much faster than your aerials do when you have to jump into them. So like, if you're like jumping close to Sheik and trying to then go for your aerial, that's very ambitious. And if you float, it slows them down further. So like sometimes like just like rising aerial away from her or like going for an air, like short up nair or something, like sometimes it's what you got to work with. Nice.
I got lucky.
What do you mean? You like grabbed her. She was crouching.
He was in crowds, and I was like, nah, I shouldn't have done that.
No, it's fine. It's really just like the auto cancel of her like jump that's like the problem. So it happens more when you hit her. Like if she's just sitting there crouching. I mean, like if she's sitting there crouching, you could also just down smash. Like that is completely fine. Because yeah, if she's crouching, like why wouldn't we, right? See, like you tried to get back in the air there, but if you had just continued to like hold down and crouch, you would have actually been able to counter hit her. Okay, so let's fight this Sheik player, because I see some very simple things we can do that would make us better. So, when we're outside of her shield, let's try not committing to our dash if she can't hit us with her shield grab and narrative shield. Like if we're far enough that if we're far enough away that she can't hit us with those two, we don't have to commit to our dash. We can just kind of like take it slow, you know what I mean?
So don't commit to my dash if she's in her shield, you said?
And she's far enough that she can't hit us. So if she's like further than your fair away, while she's shielding, like if your fair touches the edge of her shield, then we don't have to like go all in with our area. Like we don't have to commit to dash dancing unless we want the grab or unless we want to grab her or something. Cause like
don't dash that so close when in those kind of interactions.
Yeah. Because you see how your like standing options are really powerful in those spots, like how you got that jab into down smash. You can't do that if you're dash dancing.
You know that's a habit that developed from playing Ultimate.
I don't doubt it. Like her running options are a lot better in Ultimate, right?
No, I didn't play her in Ultimate. I played Ike.
Oh, Ike. Okay. Oh yeah, Swordy. Yeah, like they dash. They do the aerial dash like all the time because like it's what they have to do because they don't really have like up close pressure usually. Love this. So when she's like beating us up with her tilts, just hold down and try to time the down smash counterattack. Don't worry about anything else. Just hold down and try to figure out when you when you attack. See, that's what I mean. Like when we commit to the dash dance, like we lose all of our other options.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you're going for the aerial, but like this is what I mean. Like we want to make sure we're like in a safe spacing first before we do that, so we're not like overextending. I also see that you are going for more like dash jump aerials. That's good, like with your floats and stuff. That should be like that in terms of cleaning up like execution. Dash jumping into your float or just into going forward with high speed, that would be a huge priority of mine. Because like it gives you more like burst speed with your aerials going forward, and you need that. Like you could go forward even faster than that. Really, like that's the type like that's an input you're also gonna have to get used to if you want to implement things like hyper float.
The fast kind of
Yeah, so like like holding forward while you what you did there. So
Like that,
holding
yeah,
forward while you're like jumping so that you can then go forward with maximum velocity.
I know that like when she's in her double jump.
Nice. Oh, I was gonna say up smasher.
One of the golf club.
Makes it. I was gonna say he's just waiting for us to miss. But you played that last stock really well. I really liked what I saw there. How did that feel on your end?
This matchup doesn't. Remember, I mean, I used to doom about it, and I just don't feel that way anymore. I don't even feel like it's on fun.
Nice. So what's changed?
I feel like I edge guard just better, just like my flowchart on the ledge. Not that I'm like perfect at it, but at least like she's
I
not
love that
living at
bait.
200.
Yeah, like she's killable.
Yeah, that's and like some of the neutral stuff, whatever. But like at least like it hit. Like I can. I just don't feel like it's not like Marth where I just like don't feel like I can get in ever.
Let's play somebody else after this then. Or if you want to quit out now and play somebody else now, then that's fine. Because, like, I can see you're implementing things as well. And a lot of the things that we're working on...
Like, that right there is I didn't have that before. Like, that edge guard I would have not done, before we started speaking. And I'm glad that I can do that, because if not, God knows when they would have died.
Well,
So
but the thing is, like, I don't see why that edge guard structure can't work on Marth to some degree. Like, because he also lags... just like her when he gets up.
I'm sure I'm better at that, but it's harder for sure. Like I'm better at the Marth matchup. I'm still bad at it, I think. I still struggle with it, I should say.
That's normal. Again, it's her like second or third hardest matchup in my opinion. So like it's not an easy one. Like the ones you've told me about are the ones that you said are troublesome are like the two that Armada, like, they're all the ones that Armada, the best Peach of all time, couldn't, decided that, like, were too tough. And, like, granted, we've seen, like, modern Peaches, like, Polish and, Triff and Laud, like, we've seen them have success in those matchups, at an extremely high level, which is, like, super, super duper impressive. But, like, even still, they're far from, like, easy,
I remember I watched, I think it was a B-Bats Kadoran set where I was like last stock and B-Bats started down smashing on the platform and I was like, man, top players just like us sometimes.
They are. No, like, for realsies, but like, think of it this way. If Peach doesn't down smash on the top platform ever, then that means then like, you can just attack her there. Right? Like, you're just when she goes on the side platform, you don't have to worry about, like, what the... like, that's her biggest threat by being in that position. So, yeah.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
In fact, I would say when they do that light shielding stuff, just empty land up there. Like, empty land up there and down smash. Like, move them to, like, move them a little to the edge and down smash them. Because it'll pierce the shield, and then it'll suck them into the multi-hit a lot of the time.
Gotta stop that dash dance.
It's really hard.
I know I'm doing it, I'm like, why am I...
And the thing is, like, single dash is fine, because you can set up aerials with that. And doing, like, small dash dances, like a couple of them, to set up an aerial, that's also fine, because that has purpose. But, like, what you're doing is you're structuring your entire, like, pressure game around dash dancing and baiting them. But what I'm saying is we can just use, like, more efficient motions and, like, continue to apply pressure. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting a lot of different matchups today.
That's good. So, Falcon, is he one of the ones you're comfortable with or not comfortable with?
Yeah, I like it.
We need to get you a Marth. Chain grab's over, nair him. Like, the chain grab ends at 70 on him. Or like 60.
Oh, really?
Or 68. So he's just like, he's not defending well. So like,
He wasn't DI.
Yeah. Like, but that's the thing, like, he actually gets out by not DIing, because what happens is, he's so high, he can double jump before your grab hits him. So but he gets out of stun at a lower position if he moves to the side. Bodied.
I wish I could say that was on purpose.
It's always intentional. You did it!
Yeah. That's a thing I do to Falcon though. Like that, I have that against Falcon.
Yeah, see, then you just down smash there, because you can
Yeah.
see how his leg is poking out of his shield. Yeah. So then it just hits him off and you kill him. Yeah. So, yeah, okay, cool. So it's the same idea as, like, what you do versus Falcon. We're just applying it versus Sheik and Marth and Fox. Do you see do you see what I mean now? We're just doing that versus Sheik, Marth, Fox. Versus any character we hit off backwards, really. Let's fight somebody else. This guy's not good.
Yeah.
Let's get a Marth. I want to see a Marth.
Oh, I want to play a Marth. I actually beat up. Oh, perfect.
Let's go.
Got one.
So remember, we have to use our dash attack, and if he's just giving us space, then we can just punish him. Yep, exactly. He's very reactive. So if he's reactive, that means we want to overshoot. Turnips are kind of a way to overshoot. Dash attack is also a way to overshoot. See, like, exactly. We trap him. Okay, whatever. But you can see what I'm talking about, right? Like, the thing about Marth is we have to know what type of Marth he is, kind of. Because we have to know, like, Marth is characterized by being good at, like, actually, honestly, Roy is not bad for this. Like, he's not as, like, good, but, like, he unironically does all the neutral game things that Marth does. So, we're gonna fight this guy. So, we're gonna use the same principles that we use versus Marth, in that, like, when we see him, like, camping those spots, that is a time for us to pull a turnip. Because we wanna overshoot this guy, which means that we're using our turnips, we're like pressuring his zone, and then we're also using our dash attack. Nice, good spacing. Love it. Okay, so he's a... Love it. Throw turnip. Okay, he's getting desperate. He wants forward smash. He wants to, like, hit haymakers. So we're just going to bait and punish him. But we're still going to play the matchup correctly insofar that we're going to use our turnips, and we're going to understand that he's trying to make us make a mistake so he can forward smash us at some point. So we're going to protect our landings really carefully. Love it. Remember, this matchup is not just about us getting in on him, it's also him getting in on us. Because we don't have to be, like, we are the character with the projectile. He has to play our game at the end of the day if he wants to, like, because we will win, if given infinite time, and, like, neither of us interact, we will win. So we're not going to worry about the fact that we died here, we're gonna win this one anyway. And it has nothing to do with Roy sucking. It's just going to be we're going to, like, out-strategize him. Good work. Pull turnip. Get into combat position. Get on side platform. Exactly. Pull turnip. Go. Remember, he's just trying to bait us, so we're just going to overshoot him with turnips and dash attacks and low float aerials until he loses. Because now he's undershooting. We can bait punish those. Great. Easy clap. Keep going. Push. Okay, he's gonna, like, get desperate. There we go. Perfect. All right. We cooking. So, stick to the game plan. He has nothing against this. Because he's Marth without any of the offense. So this is how we pick apart Marth's defense when we fight him. And except it's a little easier because he's more fragile. Remember, we're not... Good work, like, making that, like, representing threat on the side platform. Perfect, we won.
I'm not scared of Roy on the side platform.
No, but what I mean is, it forces him to respect us. He's gonna go for some stupid counter or forward smash, pull turnip, or set up trade, easy clap. So, did you think you were gonna win that one?
Yeah, I knew 100% I was gonna win the whole time because I knew if worse comes to worse, I knew that I got hit by a couple things. I hate Peach to this.
That's okay.
I know that if I
Oh, he got out of there, or we got out of there.
they're not fun. I don't think anybody likes them.
I used to like them, but like I also played in a different era. Okay, Zelda. So this is kind of like fighting Jigglypuff, because it's still just like out positioning her two like lateral moves.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather fight both.
I'm aware. Just don't play in those zones. Like you see her kick zone, just don't go there.
She scares me. This connection's awful.
Yeah, let's just get out of here. Yeah.
I think I told me thanks.
Alrighty. So, in our last 4 minutes together, talk to me. So, like, talk to me. Like, actually, yeah, let's do this Samus match. I think that you're slowing down the game. I think you're doing a better job of slowing down the game. It's taking some.
That's the one thing I feel. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So she's pulling back and just like letting you come into her. Right. We pull Turnip because Turnip is our overshoot. Turnip is an overshoot and an undershoot because it covers like a threatening arc, and then allows us to like follow up and pressure after it. So that's how we got to think about Turnips here. If the opponent is like pulling away from us and just playing like a whiff punishy game on our moves, on our powerful moves, we have our float cancel aerials, and we have our Turnip as our like answers or solutions to that. So like that's really kind of Peach in a nutshell. I know that you've said that you wanted structure. I think that kind of like gives us a better sense of like what our structure is. It's like if the opponent's like pulling away constantly, then we can go for Turnips. If they're like, because Turnips allow us to like control bigger spaces. And then if they're playing to like a more whiff punishy game, we can go deep with our dash attack as one solution, but we can also pull Turnips to set up a better overshoot for that. And whether it's better or not, it like depends on the character. Like on Fox, the problem is that he can rush us down while we have the Turnip, so the Turnip doesn't really work against him. We just have to like kind of like take the matchup as is and like use our dash attack, but he also dies to dash attack, so it's like there's kind of like a give and take there. But against more durable characters like Samus, like Marth, you know, you have a lot more, like the Turnip has more viability because you're able to like use it to control their dash back and wave dash back zone. And, like, create, like, you know, you get, like, doing 30 or 40 damage to, like, Samus and Marth is, like, a lot. Doing 30, 40 to damage to Fox is not, because he's supposed to die in a couple of hits. So, yeah, it's a risk-reward thing, but, yeah.
No, that makes... Yeah. I never actually thought of that way. You just said about, like, the kind of 30% economy versus Marth and versus Fox. Why?
Yeah, like, I would say the more, like... So something I tell Nest players a lot about PK Thunder edgeguards, because PK Thunder is a really important edgeguard for us in general, versus floaty characters, because it pops them up, it has transcendent priority, so it beats their moves. Like, it's a good way to get damage and, like, pull them off stage and, like, keep them in bad positions. But I always tell them, like, if we can get a real hit, it's so much better than, like, PK Thunder. It's just that PK Thunder is really safe. Like, hitting the projectile is super safe because it's transcendent priority and, like, does, like, and launches them. But, like, it's not the best move. The best move we can hit on them is stomp and back air and up air. Like, if we can do those things, we definitely want to do them. It's just... Yeah, it's just we don't have the same opportunity to do them versus the floaty characters because of where they go when we hit them with those moves. It's the same idea versus Fox. Like, after we hit Marth with the Turnip, like with Turnip into Nair or something, a lot of times he just goes too far for us to be able, like, especially at middle percents, to be able to, like, follow up directly. So catching the Turnip and doing another Turnip into Nair seems really good. But, like, on Fox, you know, he goes so much, he doesn't go nearly as far vertically, so we can, like, we just have so much more power if we just keep hitting him with moves. Yeah, like after the turnip nair on him, we want to like dash attack. We want to dash it, like we want to dash attack him. We want to grab him. We want to up air him. We want to nair him. We want to fair on him off stage. Like we have so many better options available. So the economy is partly what the move represents in terms of like what it leads to next.
Yeah, like the reward of I think Mango called it your nut, which I kind of like squirrel finding its nut. Like what do you get?
Yeah, I love that. Like no, that makes perfect sense. So. I think that like you're playing the slower pace better. I think that we've built a better understanding of why the slower pace matters sometimes and why it's not something we do in like matchups like Fox. Can I count on you to keep working on this area of your gameplay and just like breaking some of the habits we pointed out? So I'll list off, like we said, dash things to replace, to enhance, we'll say, or enhance is expand upon.
So now I'm thinking about it. I think a lot of that dash dance in neutral, like so close, I think probably a lot of that came from playing Roy too. Because I really played, I learned how to play competitively with Roy. And I think just like kind of dash dancing, sitting on like tech chases or like trying to grab. That's where I think that habit came from, and it's just stuck with me really. Now that I'm thinking about it after playing the Roy Talk meme.
Yeah, so then the other one is wave dash, crouch, react. And dash, run, crouch, react. And I would say go for dash, dash jump, a turnip pull, dash attack, etc. after aerial, instead of jab. Oh, well, we can also throw in grab there. Because, yeah, grab on shield, aerial grab on shield is quite good, too.
I'm so glad you pointed out the jab thing, because it's just been... I've noticed that, too, sometimes. That I'm like, I do that a lot, and it's not the best thing.
Yeah, so these are the things that I've spotted here. And the other thing I would kind of throw out here... Dash, jump... No, dash, jump, float, or dash, jump, aerial, holding stick forward up to the frame you are airborne for max drift forward. Because you want to have, like, that full velocity going forward. You want to be able to have that full velocity going forward on command, because it's like one of the most important ways of retaining momentum with Peach, and she already has so many movement problems. So like if you're not able to have access to like max like dash jump momentum when you're like doing your movements, like you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. So yeah.
When I've done that, I do it with double jump, because when you float out of double jump, you get max momentum already, which I think that's technically what hyper floating is. It doesn't have to be so low, if I'm not mistaken.
That is true. The only thing about that is it means you have to go into the air longer, and then you have to commit to your double jump. So that's okay.
That's why I get scared of doing it. So you're saying dash and hold forward in float.
So dash, jump, and holding forward while you're doing the jump, and then you know how to enter float you have to flick down anyway?
Yes. You're
just doing okay, so if you're on a controller it would be a quarter circle, so what it is you're releasing the forward button and then you're tapping down.
Okay, so it'd be a quarter circle input. Got it.
Exactly. Because what this is doing is
kind of like dash out of crouch.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of like dash out of crouch, except like backwards.
Okay, hold on.
Because you're going forward and down, not down and forward. If you want to boot up Uncle Punch and turn input display on, I can quickly tell, like,
that's
confirm.
exactly what I'm doing.
Perfect. All of y'all are getting so much better. It makes me really happy.
Really, thank you. I feel better, especially after like I want to die sometimes when I play, because sometimes it gets bad, but I feel good today.
Good.
Even before, yeah. So let me see. So okay, so I'm doing.
So mine is doing the thing. 1 second. This might be like an internet thing. This might be an internet thing. That's okay. But let me quickly like rejoin. Let's just give it a second for it to like. The stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality. This may be due to network conditions. Okay. So I think that there might be something going on with our streaming, but I think it's just it's just having trouble loading it.
It could be because I'm on a Mac and Macs are stupid.
Okay.
Is there? Can I lower the quality? Will that help?
Possibly.
How did you do that?
Let me try stopping it and rewatching it, or like I'll do stop watching, rewatch. So it's not giving me the warning anymore, but it's just not loading the stream. Like, oh, now the warning is back. Okay.
Let me try again.
Worst case scenario, I can also try to show it on my end.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see it now. We're good. We're good.
Okay, cool.
Or
so how do I put info display again?
Oh wait, it went away. Let me try something. Report problem. Stag is lagging or refreshing. Cool. Let's try like closing this out and reopening it one more time. I think it will work. Okay, I can see it. So just walk. So start doing stuff.
How do I put input display?
General, and then input display on. So in the main menu, you see where it says general.
Yeah, got it. You see it? You see?
It has gone away again. So I'm just going to assume that like, are you able to like record any clips?
No.
Okay. Let me try showing you on my end what it looks like, because I know how to do this, and yeah, well, we need to figure this thing out, this communication thing out. But
does it work now? I just did something and it looks like it. No.
Let me try this. Let me just close my Uncle Punch, and I will see if it's working now. Watch stream.
Like if you...
It's still not like loading, but
it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the Discord just because maybe it's the Mac, because we're on Macs and PC. Like I'm on Windows and you're on Mac. Maybe that's what's going on, but yeah, it's not loading
Mac
for me.
Issues. Okay. Well,
close stream. Let me try on my end, and then hopefully this works, because we were having okay luck earlier when I did the. Okay. Tell me if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so it's probably just like a setting or something. Maybe you have to like open up a permission. I know that's something.
No.
Okay, so you have done that. Yeah, I don't know then. So what it basically looks like is input display. So like you see how like she goes forward really far with like that? Like with if I dash jump forward, you see how she moves kind of quickly, right? This is all. Yeah. This is just what I'm doing. So like, it's just
And you have access to your double jump.
Yeah.
Still. Okay.
Yeah, I can like here. You heard it there.
Yeah.
In fact, if I go slightly off the ground, I can use it.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. It's just making sure you do this. In fact, I actually was trying the attack on shield 1. And yeah, this is fine. Yeah, like you can even get frame advantage. Like you can get frame.
Every time I do it, I'm in double jump. Why is that?
It probably just means that you're like double tapping the button. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
So you're getting the double jump all the time. Are you holding the button down when you enter? Oh. Yes. So are you pressing the button twice, or are you pressing the button once?
Oh no, I see. Okay.
Yeah, because it's what you have to do is it's dash jump, and then you're holding down on the jump basically, and then you're hitting down on the directional input. You only have to hit it once. Okay, cool. So you got the hang of it now.
Yeah.
Because yeah, and you
Yeah.
can see the difference that going forward makes with like the holding forward. Like you go further.
Oh, you know what?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's gonna help on an Edgeguard Fox. So many times I just don't make it in time. Hit the Firefox.
Yeah, yeah. Like actually, like it's huge, and you can also do it like going backwards. Like with backwards, it's you have to hit the jump, and then you hit back like while you're hitting jump, or while your character's in jump squat, then you go back. But it's the same input otherwise. Like it's just like wave dashing back. It's the same idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice this.
Okay.
Coach, before we go, when do you think I should start really trying to practice like sub floating and stuff like that? Because remember one day in the Peach Discord, they're like, just don't even worry about that for now. Like you know, once you get like, you know, there's so many other things that are
When
more
you
important
have this
to do.
down, because the subfloat and hyperfloat are basically just fancy versions of this technique. So what I would say is have the root technique down, and then once you have that down, then the other things make sense to work on. But like it's kind of like hyperfloat and subfloat are basically just an expansion on this concept. So you want to make sure you have the base down first, and then you add the other stuff. So whenever you're comfortable with this stuff and moving comfortably with maximum velocity, and what comfortably is up to you. But yeah, just whenever whenever you reach that point with these techniques, because these ones are really the foundation of those.
Sounds good, Coach. As always, thank you for your time, and I'm so glad to hear that you're doing better.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear you're doing better too. And I want to make sure that we're on the same page there, though. Like, does that explanation make sense? Like, having the root down first, and then we work on the other stuff? Okay, cool.
It's going from crawling to running. Like, you know, you have to learn how to walk. It makes perfect sense.
Bingo. Because yeah, like I find that we gatekeep so much technique in this game, and it drives me insane. And it's just like, no, like learn it when you have like the root down, and then if you like, because so many good players specialize in something. Like think about the Falcos. Like Magi is like clearly a Falco, like a pressure and lasers specialist when it comes to her playstyle. She does not dash dance as well as Dr. PP. She does not like do timing mix-ups as well as Mango. The idea that you have to be an A+ student in every single aspect of your character to get good is ridiculous. So it's just, yeah, but you do need to make sure that if you're learning like the running version of a technique or like a facet of your character, you do need to probably have walking and crawling down first.
Makes the most sense. But yeah. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
it does. You're so good at articulating these ideas like really digestibly and wonderfully. So,
Well, thank you. I might quote you on that, but I'll let you go for now, and maybe we'll bump into each other on Ranked sometime.
that'd be so fun. I would love it. I look forward to it.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Take care. Bye, Coach.